Live martial arts lesson, you'll be discovering how to spin your bow staff overhead or your other martial arts long staff. Start with the staff in one hand. You're going to do all of the same warm-up that you normally would. And then we're just going to take this thing and we're going to stick it over the head. I'm going to show you how simple and how easy it is to do the overhead spins. They seem complicated because you don't see it and you're doing a thing that you don't normally do. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to go from what you know how to do already, which you already have, and just change the way you think about it and make it really, really simple. Now this is the warm-up move. I'm doing it in my left hand first. It's about 30 seconds in front of the body. Now just go above your head, bend down a little bit. Now you can move forward. And I'm going to do the same thing up over the head so I start to get comfortable with this idea of the stick moving overhead without smacking myself. So Vic, it's going to make it really super simple. You already have everything you know or need to know. You already know it, right? You have all the skill you need. It's just a matter of changing the way you think about it. Put it in the other hand. Same thing. Always go through the warm-up. After about 30 seconds here, then just straighten that arm up, right overhead. Same thing. Start to build some strength in this position. You're simply changing the plane. Get a feel for that without watching it, without seeing it. You'll see it out of your periphery only. And then go into your hand-to-hand transfer or the pass from one hand to the other. 30 seconds in front of your body. And then straight up over the head. It's the exact same transfer, same pass. Just get it up, out. You'll see it just pulls out to the side. I'll keep it moving so you can see it's exactly the same thing over your head, just done in that different plane. And then go into your overhand spin, this butterfly spin. Again, you already know how to do this. 30 seconds in one direction. And when you're ready, just lift it up. Exact same spin over your head. If you get lost up there, bring it back down in front of the body. Get comfortable right there. And expect to drop it, right? You're doing some new stuff. You're gonna get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Get back up over the head and get it spinning. Bring it down, change directions, change hands on top. 30 seconds here. Start to bring it up over the head. There it is. And I want you to do that with every single spin. Figure eight in front of the body, 30 seconds. Figure eight to the side and the back of the body. And then figure eight to both sides of your head. Try to bend down a little bit more. And you can do hand-to-hand transfers. This spin, the figure eight spin, exact same here, just over your head. Now you might not do all those different things when you do the freestyle, but try it, right? Get an idea of how simply by moving your hands up over your head, you're definitely going to start to feel it in the shoulders. I know I am already, because I don't normally do this all the time. But again, I just wanted you to see how simple it is. You have, let me try this hand. Wrist roll, over your head, wrist roll, wrist roll, wrist roll to wrist roll. Finger rolls over your head. Gotta get the momentum there, but it's just the same thing. Finger rolls over your head. Then the way you're gonna put this together is go behind your back and over the head. You can also go in front of your body, behind your body, over the head, side to side, changing directions, behind the back, over the head, in front of the body, over the head, and it changes directions. It's kind of like if you took that infinity sign and you bent it. So 1, So there's a 90-degree bend. Oh yeah, you're really gonna feel it. Like I said, I just did a little bit. I also got one of those TB tests. I don't know if you've had those, but they put a little thing under there in your arm and you have to sit still for like 15 minutes. And my arm's a little sore today. Had that done yesterday for some requirement down here. Anyway, so go back up over your head, practice spinning, one side, the other side. Every spin you know how to do can be done over your head. And the reason is super simple. Every spin that you know how to do can be done in front of your body, to the side of your body, and then over your head. Because you're just simply changing the plane that you're doing the spin in. And, well, there's a ceiling. Try not to hit it. But that's what I want you to practice. That's how I want you to get comfortable with over your head. But again, go back to the beginning. Start with this basic move, side to side, and do that first. Really get some strength there, and then do the one where you're going from hand to hand and it turns out, and do that. From side to side, and then overhand spin, your butterfly spin. It's just that butterfly, right? There's the butterfly, thumbs come together, rolls into the hand. And you can do that butterfly in either direction with the same hand on top. Just spinning one way or spinning the other way. This is that, what I call an underhand butterfly spin. And then going the other way is the overhand butterfly spin. But they're both the same butterfly spin. They can both be done over your head in either direction. But you've got to get really comfortable with it. You have to play around. The most basic one, the one that you're going to spend the most time on, that's going to be the best, more fun, easiest when you start to do your freestyle flow, is you get into a nice figure eight, forward spin, go behind the back, bring it out, figure eight, go behind the back, bring it out. And when I go behind the back, I'm just grabbing it and pulling it out. So I'm doing a figure eight, grab it, pull it out, figure eight, bring it behind the back, and then simply from behind the back, lifting the arms straight overhead. Now I have my overhead, behind the back, overhead. And when you stay up there and it spins a few times, whether you're doing wrist rolls, you can also do open palm. Watch what happens. I'm trying to do all this stuff without hitting the camera. But when you open your hand and you let it spin, that's the one that we call a helicopter spin. And it's literally the same as a wrist roll, but instead of letting it go over the back of the hand, you're going to hit yourself in the head. Over the back of the hand, you open the hand so that it just slides or rotates on your palm. You've got to be okay with hitting yourself in the head. You're never going to learn it, right? So let it spin out. Remember, this is the warm-up. That's the warm-up over your head. When you go back, open your hand. Just try it. Let it spin once. Spin once. And then go for two. Oh, there's one. 1, 2. 1. That's a good practice. This is a level up. So expect to be dropping it a lot. If you're not dropping it, you're not doing something new, or it's not challenging enough, or you've got to go faster. You've got to move with more energy, use a heavier staff. I wanted to show you too, one of the things I've been playing around with lately. This is my rattan staff. I have the rattan staff. I like this one because it's flexible. So I can do some of those kung fu kind of staff moves, but it's very durable. You can also use it the same way that you do with the Japanese style, Korean style. I put the link below if you need to get one. They're super inexpensive and they're durable. They last forever. It's the same diameter as the other stuff, but it's a little bit lighter. I'm thinking about how do I get it. They're not, the strikes are not over the head, but I'm too close to the wall. They can go from one side, switching down, up, sliding into the other hand. You're fighting over here, you're fighting over here. So the spin can come from over the head into a blocking motion and then back over the head, back over the other way. It's a transfer. There's not really a strike that you do from up here, but you'll do a strike here and then you'll come over to this side and you'll do a strike over here, if that makes sense. It's like behind the back. You're not hitting anything behind your back, but it gets it from this hand into this hand so that you can fight over here. And so think of it as a pass or a transfer. Yeah, but it looks cool, right? And for practical purposes, I don't really care much. I mean, practical self-defense, that's my number one thing. But when I'm doing the staff, I don't always try to think about, I'm not gonna do it if it's not practical, because just like I always say, like boxing, push-ups, lifting weights, running, all the footwork drills for a boxer aren't used in the ring. They condition you for the ring. They get you light and quick and explosive and fast. And so the same thing's here. The coolest thing about behind your back and over your head is that you can't see back there. So this helps you to start to understand what's going on back there. You develop your spatial awareness, where your body moves in space and time, right? There's a ceiling again. The ceilings are shrinking on me today. But now I have all this stuff back here, hello, that I'm picking up on because I practice back here. Now, if I'm fighting, the fight's here, back to practical self-defense, here's the threat, I'm here, I'm defending here, but I get a sixth sense, a tingling like the Spider-Man, that there's someone behind me, then you'll be able to shift and fight in that direction very quickly. And that is a real thing. And that does come from understanding that you are you're 3D. You're not one-dimensional. You don't just fight forward and fight back. And that's why, Vic, I put the curriculum, I'm gonna upload the curriculum for everybody today on pasquinelli.com for the next level, for the blue belt to the green belt level. But on that curriculum, you'll see, I want you to move forward. I want you to be able to move backward while you're spinning, while you're moving, while you're spinning, and striking, and blocking, right? I want you to be able to fight forward, fight back, and then side to side, laterally. Moving to one side, moving back to the other side, moving here, and then I want you to be able to move forward, turn around, and be in the, turn 180 degrees, and be fighting in the other direction. And when you do that, you'll see that whatever, this is a forward spin, however you're spinning, going forward, when you turn, it'll be now in the opposite direction. So I want you to be able to move and fight 360. Being able to just move back, that's very basic, that's the first level. Someone throws a punch, you move back. I like to move in and jam them up and smash them. Good afternoon. But for self-defense, moving forward and back, that's just level one. Level two, side to side. I have to be able to move laterally. And this seems so basic and simple, right? If I say, move to your side, you're like, okay, move back. If I said that to most people who are older, and by older I mean like 25, 28, because I think people go through life, they're very physically active, if they are. They're active as a kid, they play a lot of sports. They stay pretty active until they're about 28, in my experience. In science too, it's not just my experience. But in science they say, people start to get like a full-time job, they start to sit too much, they sit while they're driving, they sit while they're on the train, they sit while they're on the subway, they sit while they're on the bus, and then they sit all day working, they come home, and because they're sitting, they've reduced their ability to move. They've reduced their capacity to move and the likelihood that they move. So now they sit at home watching television all night until they pass out and fall asleep in front of the television, and they eat poorly, and then they're 35. And moving to the side is no longer easy for them. They can still do it. Now they're 45. Moving to the side is big effort for them. They have like clubbed feet. Now they're 55, and moving to the side just never happens. And now they're 65, and the grandkids are around, and the little kids under their foot, and they trip and they fall and they break their hip and they die. Hopefully not, but that you can picture, right? And it's not because of age, it's because they stop moving side to side. So you can be any age, move side to side. But that's only level 2. Level 1, moving forward, moving back, fighting with your staff. Vic, this is especially for you. You're following the curriculum on this blue belt to green belt level. Moving forward, moving backward, and then moving side to side, stepping laterally, and then being able to move forward, turn around, move backward, and then it's behind the back, and then behind the back, over the head, and then moving and changing directions, and ultimately fighting at this angle, moving in and to the side to jam them up and hit them first, or back into the side, or back in the other way. And when you start to learn how to move just forward, and then you go side to side, and then you can move this angle, and then you change directions, and then you're this angle, and you're moving, and that's the next level. But it's this idea that you're a three-dimensional being, so you have to figure out what's over your head, and then you have to figure out what's behind your back without being able to turn around and see it. You have to go and feel. So that's what this new level is all about. And what we started with, do this, warm up just like you always do, but then simply above your head and explore. Get a feel for that. And then the second warm up is side to side. Just get ready, pass the hand, and then overhead. And then same with everything. There it is. Butterfly spin, just lift that up. Butterfly spin over the head. Figure eight. Keep hitting the ceiling. Figure eight over the head, right? It's okay, I have a whole box of ceiling tiles over there just for this purpose. Just for when I put vertical lines in the ceiling. And then you have wrist roll to wrist roll, wrist roll to wrist roll. Get that up over your head, wrist roll to wrist roll. 1, 2, and then finger rolls. Bring that finger roll over your head, both that continuous and 1, 2, 3, thumb assists, and then keep it going. 1, 2, 3, thumb assist. Practice them all over the head, and then behind the back over the head, pulling it out, bring it up, pull it out, bring it up. And then one level up technique, which is, this isn't on the curriculum yet, it's the helicopter, helicoptero. It's the helicopter over your head from here. Yeah, learn how to mud your sheetrock. Get yourself some of that good plaster. What do they call that? So you go 1, and then when you're ready, 1, 2, and then when you're ready, 1, 2, 3. And test yourself, Vic, and everybody else. Get it over your head. See how many times. And that's what this is, right? This is your warm-up move. Then just open it. Try to find the middle. Open it. And just get super comfortable smacking up over your head. Then go into your freestyle practice. And then all the crazy things you know how to do. And then whip it up over your head. Bring it back down behind your back. And you've got it. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks so much. Oh, check out the links, please. Good, calluses. I love calluses. You're welcome. Calluses make you strong. And you can see them and you can feel them.